So let us see this next question. 12. A 60 kg body is pushed with just enough force to start it moving across a floor, and the same force continues to act afterward. What is the acceleration produced in the body if the coefficient of static and kinetic frictions are 0.5 and 0.4 respectively? So mu k is always less than mu s, so that value are given. Mu s is equal to 0.5, mu k is equal to 0.4, like this. And what to find the acceleration? So mu s is equal to 0.5, mu k is equal to 0.4, and acceleration a is equal to question mark. Body has mass 60 kilogram. So we will require g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So let Fr is equal to net force acting on a body which produces acceleration A in it. Therefore, Fr is equal to mass multiplied by acceleration. This is the question one. Fs is equal to force of static friction required to just start the motion. Therefore, Fs is equal to force of static friction is given by mu s multiplied by n, where n is equal to normal reaction exerted by flow on body. Therefore, Fs is equal to mu s, n is equal to m into g. This is the question second. Fk is equal to force of kinetic friction required to move the body with uniform velocity. Therefore, Fk is equal to coefficient of friction mu k into n is equal to mu k into m into g. This is the question 3. So these are the three forces. Fr, resultant force. It is the resultant of Fs and Fk, and therefore Fr is equal to force required for static friction minus force required for kinetic friction. This relation is important. This is equation A. So put 1, 2, 3 in A. So we get mass into acceleration is equal to mu s into m into d minus mu k into m into d. M will get cancelled. So acceleration E is equal to g into bracket mu s coefficient of static friction, mu k coefficient of kinetic friction, and therefore A is equal to 9.8 into bracket 0.5 minus 0.4, that is equal to 9.8 multiplied by 0.1, and therefore acceleration A produced is equal to 0.98 meter per second square. And therefore 0.98 means correct answer is C. Therefore C is correct. C is correct. There are better types of problems that he process of learning. Practically we can verify this. This is the force required to just produce the motion, means initial velocity is 0. This is the force required so that body moves with uniform velocity. So this difference produces the change in the velocity from 0 to V, final velocity, uniform velocity, and therefore this is the acceleration. It produces the acceleration like this. So this equation A is important. Remember the meaning of equation capital A. So this is the force required to just start the motion, means initial velocity is 0. This is the force required to produce the uniform velocity. It is less than this, and therefore Fs minus Fk is the resultant force, net or resultant force acting on the body, which produces the acceleration so that the speed increases from 0 to V, like this. Question number 13. It is a theory question. A block of mass m is moving on a rough horizontal surface. Mu k is the coefficient of kinetic friction between the block and the surface. What is the net force exerted by the surface on the block? आता सरफेस पासून दोन प्रकारच्या फोर्सेस बॉडीवर ऍक्ट होतात. एक म्हणजे नॉर्मल रिएक्शन आणि दुसरी म्हणजे फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन. तर ह्या दोन फोर्सेस दोघांचा फक्त रिझल्टंट काढायचा आहे. म्हणजे प्रॉब्लेम तसा सोपा आहे. सो यू कॅन शो द फिगर. द सरफेस exerts two forces on a body. One, N normal reaction. Normal reaction perpendicular to surface. Surfacing contact. And second, Fk is equal to mu k into N is equal to force of kinetic friction acting along the tangent to surfacing contact. N is equal to M into G is equal to weight of the body. Weight of the body. So by figure you can show like this. This is the surface, this is the block. So this is the normal reaction N. It is balanced by weight. W is equal to M into D. F is a applied force. F is equal to applied force. Fs Fk. So N is in this direction, Fk is in this direction, and therefore the resultant force R is equal to net force acting on the block due to N and Fk. Since N is perpendicular to Fk, therefore R square is equal to N square plus Fk square. N square plus mu k square N square. N square common into bracket 1 plus mu k square. Therefore, resultant force R is equal to 1 into N into bracket 1 plus mu k square. आपल्याला एक क्वेश्चन कुठल्या फॉर्म मध्ये विचारलेलं N into md M into D into bracket 1 plus mu k square. So this is the correct choice. The resultant force acting is equal to this much. So C choice is correct. C is the correct. So this property is important. R is the net force acting on the block due to the N and Fk, and it is exerted by the surfacing contactor. So N is in the direction, Fk is in direction. So N and Fk are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, resultant force is given by Pythagoras theorem like this. This is nothing but the Pythagoras theorem. Next question number 15. Free body diagram का यूज अपन इथे पण करू. A trolley of mass capital M is attached to a block of mass small m by a string passing over a frictionless pulley as shown in the figure. The coefficient of friction between the trolley and the surface of the table is mu. What is the acceleration of the trolley and the block when they are released? So you have to find acceleration produced in the body. So figure is given like this. This is the horizontal surface. This is the trolley of mass M. A string is tied to it. This is the pulley. The string passes over, and here a block M is attached. Like this. So this is the trolley. Block. So it is moving with acceleration A. Therefore, it is also moving with the same acceleration A. The system has acceleration A. Figure मध्ये हे दाखवलेले नाही. So in the string there is some tension. So that tension and mg, these are the two forces. So this tension is responsible to pull the block toward the pulley like this. So body moves with acceleration A when this mg is greater than T tension like this. So this is the applied force, and the force of static friction is in the direction. Fs, force of static friction. M into G is the weight of the trolley. It is balanced by the normal reaction L. So let A is equal to acceleration produced in the system of trolley and block. Trolley plus block. For trolley, force equation in y direction. Case number 1. For trolley, force equation in y direction is equal to N is equal to M into G. This is equation 1. M is equal to mass of the trolley. In x direction, T minus Fs is equal to mass multiplied by acceleration. This is equation 2. Tension T is in the direction and Fs is the force of static friction. So T minus Fs is equal to mass into acceleration. This is equation 2. Second, for the block of mass M, force equation in y direction. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. In y direction is mg minus tension T is equal to mass into acceleration, where This is equation 3, where T is equal to tension in the string attached to the trolley and block, like this. So these are the two equations that were to solve. So if you add this, T will get cancelled. T आपल्याला बी लेना नहीं है. Adding 2 and 3. Adding 2 and 3. So mg minus fs is equal to ma plus ma is equal to a into bracket m plus n. हे झालं इकडे. आता एफ एस ची व्हॅल्यू काय टाकायची ती आपल्याला यूज करावं लागेल. Acceleration A is equal to mg minus fs upon m plus m. This is equation 4. Now, what is the value of fs? So, for trolley, to move, mu s is equal to fs upon n. Therefore, fs is equal to mu s into n using 1. Fs is equal to coefficient of static friction into n is substituted by mass of the trolley multiplied by gravitational acceleration. This is equation 5. तर ही Fs ची व्हॅल्यू इथे सबस्टिट्यूट करा. पुट 5 in 4 and therefore acceleration A is equal to mg minus mu s into m into g upon m plus n. So g common into bracket m minus mu s into m plus n. This is the required equation. Equation is dimensionally correct. G is the acceleration, A is the acceleration, and this bracket is unitless quantity. Because numerator is in kilogram, denominator is also in kilogram, kilogram cancel. Equation dimensionally correct. So acceleration is the like this. So correct choice is C. तर C choice मध्ये G राहून गेलेला आहे. क्वेश्चन पेपर मध्ये करेक्शन करून घ्या. C is correct. Now you can add one more point. If mu s is equal to 0, then A is equal to G into bracket m upon m plus n. People get up to if the pulley is frictionless, here we are considering the weightless part like this. Weightless and frictionless अशा दोन कंडिशन जनरली यूज केल्या जातात. Mu s is equal to coefficient of static friction between trolley and the surface. Mu s is equal to coefficient of static friction between trolley and surface, like this. So C choice is correct. So again here we are using the properties of free body diagram. So for trolley the force equations are like this: N balances mg and the tension T is in the string. This tension is produced by this string. So tension is greater than force of static friction, therefore the trolley will start moving with acceleration A. So A is the acceleration produced due to the imbalance of T and Fs. So T minus Fs is equal to mass multiplied by acceleration. This is the equation in the x direction for acceleration. Now for the block of mass m, so block is moving in the downward direction with acceleration A. This is possible only when mg is greater than T. So mg minus T is equal to m into A. T is the tension, so we don't know the tension in the string, so it should be cancelled, and for cancelling T only we have to adding equation 2 and 3 we get acceleration A like this. So m mass of the block, capital M is the mass of the trolley, and Fs is the coefficient of static friction. By the property, by the definition of coefficient of friction, it is given by mu s is equal to Fs into N. So Fs is equal to mu s into N. N is the normal reaction. It is given by this equation A like this. Next question number 16. Now these are some questions 16 to something. They are related with the equation for the pressure, Pascal law, etc. So we know Pascal law. So some applications of Bernoulli theorem वगैरह, that applications are given in our notes. So please go through that. प्रेशर पासूनचा जो पार्ट आहे तो जरा नीट वाचून ठेवा. प्रेशर इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्युटी, पास्कल लॉ आणि बर्नौली थेरम, त्याची आपल्याला तो पार्ट डिलीट केलेला आहे, पण निदान ॲटलिस्ट त्याची प्रॉब्लेम तरी आपल्याला जमायला पाहिजे. कारण CBSEला आणि नीटला तो पोर्शन डिलीट केलेला असेलच पूर्णच्या पूर्ण असं काही सांगता येईल. आपण ते पण क्वेश्चन काही याच्यात ॲड केलेले, सोपा पार्ट येतात होतो. ॲक्च्युली आपण डायमेन्शनली इक्वेशन 11ला प्रूव्ह केलं होतं. प्रेशर इज इक्वल टू H रो D, वेअर H इज ए height of the liquid column, rho is the density of the liquid, and D is the gravitational acceleration. That is the basic formula. And pressure is equal to force upon area. These are the two basic formulas that we know from high school level. So what we use only them. So now I will read question number 16. Which one of the following is based on the Pascal law? Sprayer, hydraulic lift, anaerobic barometer, and venturimeter. So barometer is used for pressure measurement. The best example of Pascal law is a hydraulic lift, hydraulic brakes, etc. And spray and venturimeter, they are the application of Bernoulli's principle. So the correct choice is B. So A choice. A and D. And sprayer, atomic spray पण त्याला म्हणतो आपण, venturimeter, both are based on Bernoulli's principle, Bernoulli's theorem. C, barometer, or pressure measurement. Or pressure measurement. So our question is, the principle of Pascal law is used in B. Hydraulic lift based on Pascal law. Pascal law. Therefore, B is correct. हायड्रॉलिक लिफ्ट, हायड्रॉलिक ब्रेक्स याचं एक्झाम्पल आपण बऱ्याच वेळा यूज केलेलं आहे. आपण जेव्हा सर्व्हिस सेंटरला होतो तेव्हा कार आपल्याला जवळ 10 फीट हाईटमधून वर उचलता येते. तर तिथे हायड्रॉलिक लिफ्ट ते प्रेशर लिक्विड इनकम्प्रेसिबल लिक्विडवर एका साईडला प्रेशर अप्लाय करतात आणि कार आपल्याला पाहिजे तेवढ्या हाईटमधून लिफ्ट करता येते. सो दिस इज द नेक्स्ट. Number 17. और आपण क्वेश्चन नंबर 23 बघूया. 16 and 23. and 23 are related with each other. Okay, we will see it later. Question number 7. It is a numerical problem. Question number 23. 17. One torque is the hydrostatic pressure exerted by the mercury column of height. तर हे 17, 18 वगैरे हे सर्व क्वेश्चन आपल्याला येताना ही थिअरी आपल्याला माहिती आहे. One atmospheric pressure one atmospheric pressure is equal to, it is also called as a Pascal. So it is equal to 76 centimeter of Hg. P is equal to H rho mercury into G is equal to 76 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter centimeter करें. Density of the mercury is equal to 36,600 and D is equal to 9.8. And therefore, one atmospheric pressure P0, generally it is denoted by P is equal to 1.013 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square is equal to 1.013 into 10 raised to 5 PA for Pascal. PA Pascal. 1 PA is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. So P0 is equal to 1.03 into 10 raised to 5 Pascal. That is equal to 1.013 bar. Bar is a one more unit term. 1 bar. Why? Because 10 raised to 5 Pascal is equal to 1 bar. So remember this relation. P0 is equal to 76 centimeter of AG is equal to 760 millimeter of AG is equal to 760 R. So these are the different units used. One torque is equal to 1 millimeter of AG. 1 bar, 1 torque. So these are the different units, and therefore in general you can give the relation 1 atmospheric pressure. I will give in highlighted value. One atmospheric pressure is equal to 76 centimeter of AG is equal to 1.013 into 10⁵ Newton per meter square is equal to 1.013 into 10⁵ Pascal is equal to 1.013 bar is equal to 760 torque. So for solving problem we will require this conversion. Now see question number 17. After knowing this thing, which one of the following, one torque is the hydrostatic pressure exerted by the mercury column of height 1 millimeter. So directly you can use one torque is equal to 1 millimeter height of mercury column. It is the smallest unit, one torque, and therefore the correct choice is C. C is correct. Which one of the following is not a unit of the pressure? D. D is correct because Newton is not the unit of pressure, but it is the unit of force. So correct choice is D. 18. 19. Pascal law is not applied in hydraulic press, hydraulic jack, atomizer or spray and hydraulic press. So it is not used in atomizer. Atomizer is the based on question number 19. Atomizer, or it is also called as a spring. Atomizer or spring is based on Bernoulli principle. And not on Pascal's law. Pascal's law. The C is correct. Correct. So see this theory part. All these are the different units used for the pressure. Generally we use this value 76 centimeter Hg. It is also called as the NTP, normal temperature pressure, and its value is equal to 76 centimeter converted into the meter. Density of the mercury is equal to 13,600 kg per meter cube and G is equal to 9.8. So the calculation comes to be like this. It is denoted by P0. So Newton per meter square has another name Pascal, and therefore P0 is also given like this. Now 10 raised to 5 Pascal is equal to 1 bar, therefore this is removed. So P0 is also given in terms of bar. It is also given in terms of torr. So this is the value of 1 atmosphere in centimeter of Hg, in Newton per meter square, in Pascal, in bar, in torr. All these interconversion are required. So torr is the smallest unit and Pascal is the largest unit. What this table shows that torr is the smallest unit of pressure is torr, and largest unit of pressure is Pascal. That is equal to Newton per meter square. Like this. Next, number 20. Figure नहीं ले रही वगैरह. PA and PB are the pressure exerted by the water column on the bottoms of the vessels A and B respectively. Then we conclude that. So what is the important thing? The liquid is same. So I will show by figure. So this is the one beaker having smaller cross section area. This is a larger beaker. A, B. So level of the water is the same. Like this. So this is water, this is water. So liquid is same, therefore density is also same. This is HA, HB. Both are equal. So density is rho W. Density is rho W. Pressure P is equal to H rho G. Therefore, PA upon PB is equal to HA rho W into G, HB rho W into G, but HA is equal to HB is equal to height of the water column. Height of the water column, and therefore PA is equal to PB. So pressures are same. So correct choice is C. Therefore, C is correct. So pressure of the liquid column is given by H rho D. This is a very basic formula that we have proved dimensionally last year like this. So please go through these articles: Bernoulli's theorem, Pascal's law, equation of continuity. We are going to solve some problem on this pressure topic. We have not seen these topics in detail, but in notes they are given. Only they are scratched by the pencil, and therefore you can read it carefully so that you can understand their solutions like this. Okay, we'll stop here.